It's hard for us to believe, but we create our own realities by the simple little words that we tell ourselves repeatedly over and over during the day. If you say, I'm sad, eventually you're going to end up with an emotion that says, I feel sad. If you say, I'm happy, and you say it several times, eventually you're going to have the emotion of being happy. It's as simple as that. Whatever words you repeat over and over in your brain creates the emotion you have. And so, given that choice, why not create a happy universe? And the best thing is when you find yourself feeling sad or unhappy or angry, any of those negative things, lead it back to the sentence or picture you're making in your brain that you just said that tells you what emotion you should have. And then at that moment, you want to change the record. And instead of the record saying, well, I'm sad, change the record to, I'm happy. And another thing that I do is I make a picture of the happiest thing that I can remember in my recent memory, and I go directly to that picture. So as soon as my sad thought comes up, I immediately go to lying on the beach in Maui with the sun shining on me and feeling the warmth of the sun on my body laying on the sand and hearing the sound of the waves. That's my picture. And I use that over and over again, and it works. And you need to do the same thing. Pick a picture that suits you best. And whenever any negative thing comes up, sadness, depression, anger, just immediately focus back on the words that you said to yourself at that moment, just before you felt that, and determine when to say the future was perfect, or, I love laying on the beach, or I love the smell of roses, or I'm a happy person, any sentence or photograph or picture or movie that you would like, but use the same one over and over again because it's easier. So as soon as you get a negative thought, sad or whatever, you go, oh yeah, but I remember being on the beach, laying there in the sunshine and it's warm, and I have an instant picture of it too. I use the words and a picture laying there on the beach, and this is a wonderful technique for changing your entire reality. And the crazy thing is, it's stupid simple. Anybody can do it. It's so easy. It's just unbelievable. And you do create your own reality. And and I've tested it and used it several times and it works perfectly. But you have to remember repetition is very critical. So you have to repeat the happy picture over and over more times than the sad picture or the sad words. And that's real critical. And there's a saying that in order to drive out a nail, you have to drive another nail in from the opposite direction several times to get the old nail out. And that's what that means is you've created a habit of saying, I'm sad, I'm sad, I'm sad, I'm sad. And now you have to create a new habit that says, I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm happy. And you say it as many times as you can during the day. I'd say it 100 times or 1,000 times. Doesn't matter. But create a new habit. So, and you become whatever you say you want to be. So if you want to be happy, do that. And it works. So that's that lesson. Bye.